Good morning and welcome to the Cover Price Top 10 for September 18th, 2023. At number 10, it's X-Men 130 Newsstand Marvel 1980. This book has been popping off since it was rumored Taylor Swift may appear in Deadpool 3 as Dazzler. Since the rumor debuted, we've gotten neither a denial nor confirmation, which has led to stagnation in the nation. Still, this is a solid book for many reasons, as it's the second appearance of Kitty Pryde, Emma Frost, and the first full appearance of Sebastian Shaw. This week, we tracked it at a high sale of $469 for a CGC 9.6, with a current raw fine FMV of $98 as copies flood and then stay on the market. At number 9, Immortal XMen 15, Jonathan Sway, Swabby, 1/25, Marvel 2023. The community loves a great Emma Frost cover like this 1/25 from Jonathan Sway. It's doing something right, as we tracked it at a high sale of $65 for a raw copy and a current raw near mint FMV of $53. Number 8 is Dazzler number 1, Marvel 1981. Since the rumor that Taylor Swift may appear as Dazzler in Deadpool 3, this book has overshadowed any others associated with the upcoming Deadpool flick. We tracked it at a high sale of $250 for a CGC 9.8 with a current raw very fine FMV of $11. Number 7, Void Rivals number 1, Lorenzo De Felici, regular Image 2023. Fans are seeking out this introduction to the shared universe Robert Kirkman is building, with the new Transformers run debuting next month under the Skybound banner. Collectors have been eager to pick up copies of this book on the aftermarket for cheap. We tracked it at a high sale of $40 for a CGC 9.8 with a current raw near mint FMV of $4. Number 6, The Magic Order number 1, Image 2018. Some may remember this book from 2021 when Netflix announced an adaptation was in development. I sure do. I bought it. Then things went silent and sales for this book did as well. Netflix recently announced that production for the series would begin in mid-November, pending the strike, and we tracked it at a high sale of $120 for a CGC 9.8 with a current raw near mint FMV of $11. Number 5, Wolverine 36, Ryan Stegman, regular Marvel 2023. What if we combine Wolverine and the Spirit of Vengeance? Boom! You have this book, the first appearance of Wolverine. That's a mouthful, and arguably one of the most powerful entities in all of comics. Fans have been snagging this book from their LCSs since it was dropped, and now they've turned to the aftermarket after the shelves are cleared. We tracked it at a high sale of $24 for a raw copy with a current near mint FMV of $12. Number 4, Venom Lethal Protector number 1, Marvel 1993. This book always moves well in the aftermarket. It's the first Venom-centric solo story, has an awesome cover, and can be quite challenging to acquire in high grade thanks to the flaw highlighting shiny cover. Still, it has never been a pricey book, but the most recent mega sale of $3,600 for a CGC 9.9 has put this book back on the list. Currently, 9/8s are trending at $128 with a raw near mint FMV of $18. Number 3, Spiderman 2099 number 1, Marvel 1992. Those who didn't catch Across the Spider-Verse in theaters are catching up now as it reaches streaming platforms and a wider DVD Blu-ray release. That's getting more eyes on arguably the star of the show, Oscar Isaac's Spider-Man 2099. That's led collectors to pick this up cheap and plentifully instead of being left behind. We tracked it at a high sale of $151 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw near mint FMV of $20. At number 2, it's Spawn number 1, Image 1992. Well, it's obvious that Spawn number 1 is one of the most popular books of all time, routinely appearing on these lists and on the year-end bestseller reports. Spawn saw a resurgence when the Todd Father announced at SDCC that Spawn would be getting a new series, and he also confirmed that there's a new Spawn movie in the works, and then it was leaked that there was a slew of new skins from Spawn coming to the Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 game. Of course, one of those skins was Spawn, shooting this book to the top of the charts last week and maintaining the Spawn momentum this week. We tracked it at a high Spawn of $170 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw near mint FMV of $29 Spawn dollars. And at number 1, it's Heart Attack number 1, Image 2019. It was recently announced that this series would be getting the live-action treatment. Fuji TV is set to develop a live-action series with filming to begin in Tokyo at the end of this year. That has immediately brought this book into the spotlight, with community members scouring the aftermarket and back-issue bins for copies. Hey, it's still a cheap book out there for for those in the hunt. We tracked it at a high sale of $104 for a pre-sale 9.8 copy with a current raw near mint FMV of $8. And guess what? That's your Cover Price Top 10 for September 18th, 2023. Cover Price, your home online for comic collecting.